General Hospital's Wally Kurth and his incredible life in the spotlight.
I'm the luckiest actor in Hollywood.
He plays the charming yet ruthless Ned Ashton, a role that lets Wally live not one dream, but two.
I've always wanted to blend the two worlds of acting and singing.
Now, the talented Wally Kurth shares his love of performing and reveals what it's really like to work with the legendary Quartermaines.
I have a hard time keeping a straight face whenever I work with these crazy people.
He's the singing soap star with the famous leather pants.
Because a lot of people don't even know that it's really me singing on the show.
For 13 years, Wally Kurth has entertained fans as bad boy Ned Ashton, the character who holds together the quirky Quartermaine clan on General Hospital.
I have a hard time keeping a straight face whenever I work with these crazy people. We were such a close family. We spend so much time together. And because we play uncles and aunts and nephews and grandsons, it really does feel like a family.
Wally's favorite moment on General Hospital, though, is when Ned gets to hop into those famous leather pants, strap on his guitar, and turn into a rock star, whose stage name is Eddie Main.
It's been really fun. I've really enjoyed that. The audience seems to like it, too. And I think it adds a lot to my character. I was pretty much a stuffed shirt there for a while. You know, I did nothing but just the business stuff, and I think that gets kind of boring. I think it just kind of shakes Ned up a little bit, and I think the audience likes it because of it.
But no one likes it more than Kurth, who spent a lifetime dreaming about combining his two biggest loves.
And I've always wanted to blend the two worlds of acting and singing.
So Wally checked in to General Hospital and quickly became a fan favorite. And when Wally got to live out his rock star fantasy as Eddie Main, he was thrilled. He was acting and singing, just like he'd always dreamed.
Well, I used to tell people that I'm the luckiest actor in Hollywood.
And it wasn't just on screen.
They're going to see Wally Kurth.
The same year he joined General Hospital, Wally teamed with friend Christian Taylor and created a band, Kurth and Taylor. They've recorded 5 albums, and they even write many of Eddie Main's songs. The band plays often for charity and even has the Kurth and Taylor Foundation to benefit children's causes.
Wally Kurth band and everybody singing, that was just the most awesome thing.
I come to see Wally Kurth sing because he's really good.
I like playing the music. I like getting out there. I would love to have our music, you know, find a bigger audience.
And Wally admits he gets a little thrill out of playing the bad boy with the golden voice.
I think that Ned is kind of a dark side of Wally, to be perfectly honest. I'm not conniving at all. I always sort of go out of my way to be kind to people and nice.
Meanwhile, on screen, Ned Ashton fell hard for Lois Cirillo, a tough-talking band manager played by sexy actress Rena Sofer. As the character's storyline heated up, the actors tried to stay cool.
We did try to resist a little bit from going down that path of falling in love as actors, or falling in love as people, and as our characters fell in love. But that didn't last too long.
Soon, their storylines on screen began to parallel their lives off screen. Ned and Lois got married. Wally and Rena got married. Ned and Lois had a baby. Wally and Rena had a baby.
It was really such great writing, and it was amazing how it just sort of paralleled what was going on in our real life. Kind of scary, actually.
Scary, but also a thrill.
And I was singing songs that my band was writing, and we were producing and recording and presenting to, you know, this audience, and then I had this great, fun, romantic, dramatic storyline with this lovely lady. So it was just an incredible time in my life, and I knew that it probably wasn't going to get any better than that.
He was right. In 1997, Rena Sofer left the show. On screen, Ned and Lois broke up. But the heartbreak wasn't only scripted. It was real. 4 years later, Wally and Rena followed their characters' lead and called it quits.
I have no regrets. I know Rena doesn't either. I mean, we get along great right now, and even though we aren't together, we love each other probably more now than we have, and we have a beautiful daughter that we get to share, and you know, and we have like I said, a really nice friendship right now, and that's something that we didn't always have.
We'll have more of Wally Kurth in a moment, but first, how did Wally Kurth choose to honor his former co-star, the late Rosalind Cash? He named his daughter Rosabelle Rosalind after the beloved actress who had a profound impact on his life. General Hospital's Wally Kurth, enjoying huge success as an actor and singer. In 2001, Wally found himself single again in real life, just like his character, Ned Ashton.
I had and have the desire to be married.
In 2003, Wally's band traveled to Pittsburgh for a charity concert. Afterwards, Wally visited the zoo and by total chance, bumped into the woman of his dreams.
I was just standing outside the elephant cages, and she walked right over and she says she's never done that before.
Her name was Deborah, and she was visiting the zoo just like Wally.
And according to her, she saw me, and a light shone down, and the angels were singing.
But Wally suspects her vision was slightly impaired at the time.
She had been drinking a little bit, so I'm thinking that might have something to do with it. But she walked over, and we just started talking, and basically we've talked every day since.
So fabulously, the pair soon fell in love and made plans to marry. Kurth had high hopes to play a song at their wedding ceremony.
And I surprised her, and I wrote it on the piano, and I was having to practice it a lot, you know, because I haven't written a song on the piano for a long time. So whenever she wasn't there, I'd like practice, and when I hear the door, you know, open, I'm like, oh, stop.
But when the wedding day arrived, the priest wouldn't allow his labor of love.
Well, we got married in church, in a traditional Catholic church. And this was a song that I wrote, so I saved it for the reception.
In the end, Wally brought down the house, though he has a tough time admitting it.
Everyone said it was very emotional, it was beautiful, but I kind of rushed it a little bit, but whatever.
Today, Wally and Deborah live in Los Angeles with Wally's 2 children, and a new baby is on the way. Wally now devotes much of his time to singing and raising money for charity.
Give it third, but in my opinion, that's winning.
The sexy soap star recently bared it all on the beaches of L.A. in a grueling triathlon that raised money for children with AIDS.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever participated, but it seems like a lot of fun. I'll have to do it next year, you know, I'll have to make sure I come out and do it again.
And that's not the end of his generosity.
So $100 for the t-shirt.
At a recent benefit, Wally sent his fans into a frenzy by literally auctioning the shirt off his back. Now Wally's band writes many of Eddie Main's songs. And in 2001, Kurth and Taylor won a Daytime Emmy for Barefoot Ballet, a song from his album Freedom. And now, Wally's adding producer to his resume. In 2004, Kurth began producing and hosting a new series for SoapNet, One Day with Wally. Wally hangs out an entire day with a fellow soaps, doing everything from surfing to pogo sticks.
Are we pogoing? We're pogoing! This is weird.
Raising money, thrilling fans, finding true love, and living his dream on set and at home with his family. Life looks like one amazing journey for superstar Wally Kurth.
Are we having fun yet?